Aural Trainer, recognising modulations for Grade 8 ABRSM Aural and Grade 7 Trinity Aural. If you are taking Grade 8 ABRSM Aural, this test is almost identical to that of Grade 7. In Grade 7, you learned how to distinguish between modulations to the dominant, subdominant and relative minor, the test always starting in a major key. The only difference in Grade 8 is that the test might also start in a minor key, and so that means we need to add a modulation to the relative major to the list. If you are taking a Trinity Aural test, the same comparison is true between grades 6 and 7. Now, we have already produced on this channel an in-depth video on recognising the modulations for grade 7 ABRSM Aural or grade 6 Trinity, that is, modulations to the dominant, subdominant and relative minor. So if you haven't already seen it, you might want to watch that video before continuing with this one. A suggested video card is on your screen now. So, to recognise a modulation to the relative major is really easy. In the exam, the examiner will first play a key chord. So if this key chord is minor and the final chord of the test is major, the modulation is to the relative major. Simple as that. Let's try some examples. Listen to these 4 tests and state whether the modulation was to the dominant, subdominant, relative minor or relative major. Before each test, you will hear a key chord. Test number 1. That was a modulation to the relative minor. Test number 2. That was a modulation to the dominant. Test number 3. That was a modulation to the relative major. And finally, test number 4. That was a modulation to the subdominant. If you found this video useful, give it a like and please subscribe to stay up to date with future uploads. Thank you for listening.